Big changes have happened in Burnt Store Isles, so much so that for the first time ever, I'm redoing the neighborhood tour. If you're a boater, you're gonna wanna see this. Yo, I'm Adrienne, longtime Florida realtor, and I'm here to help you get your Florida life. Happy Wednesday, everyone. If you're new here, new videos come out every Wednesday. This is part of my series on neighborhood tours. One of the first neighborhoods, if not the first neighborhood I did, was Burnt Store Isles. Burnt Store Isles is the neighborhood I grew up in. I do a lot of sales there, and it has gone through some big changes lately. We're going to redo the whole tour. I'll go over deed restrictions, all the things. Not a lot of that has changed, but the boating has changed dramatically. If you didn't watch the other video, don't worry, we'll cover it all this video. If you did watch the other video and you're a boater, stay tuned. Burnt Store Isles is a unique Punta Gorda community centered around Twin Isles Country Club. I often tell people it feels like a gated community, even though there's no actual gate. There are just two main roads in and out. On one end, you'll find a Walgreens and a storage facility. On the other end, there's a Publix, Home Depot, restaurants, and a small shopping center. It's very convenient for day-to-day errands. Plus, it's close to South Punta Gorda, which is growing fast. There are plans for a brand new shopping plaza south of here with a Panera Bread, a mattress store, all kinds of retailers. One thing to note, Burnt Store Isles is a little farther from downtown Punta Gorda than its competitor Punta Gorda Isles, and I get a lot of comments on that. Some people love that. It feels more quiet and secluded. Others feel they would like to be closer to downtown. This is actually the neighborhood I grew up in. We were the fifth house built here back in 1981. That's important because even though the community started in the early 80s, it was mostly empty until the 2000s. Most of the homes are newer and people love the curb appeal here. Burnt Store Isles is part of Punta Gorda City overlay, which means there are deed restrictions. You can't store boats, trailers, RVs, or commercial vehicles in your driveway or yard. However, the city allows a free permit that lets you keep these items in your driveway for up to 7 days. It's great for cleaning or visiting guests. Fences are allowed, but they must be 4 feet or tall or smaller, see-through, and one color. No detached garage or sheds allowed. Roofs must be tile or metal. And for metal roofs, no standing seams and Burnt Store Isles are currently allowed. Lawns must be well kept. Much like Punta Gorda Isles, the seawalls are maintained by the city. The canals are maintained by the city. Therefore, there are restrictions on what kind of docks you can keep. They're all cement. There's no canopies. People love this program. It is so nice to have the city taking care of our canals and our seawalls. I can't even think of a time I've ever heard anyone say they have any complaints besides that they love this program. There is an active civic association in Burnt Store Isles that adds another layer of guidelines beyond the city rules. Things like exterior paint approval. It's a bit stricter than Punta Gorda Isles, but there's no formal mandatory HOA. Membership is optional in the Civic Association. It's about $100 a year. I usually recommend joining for your first year. It's a great way to meet neighbors. They have lots of social events at the club, and you can stay in the loop. There are both golf course and waterfront homes in the community. One big update, and the reason I'm remaking this video, is that the boating access just got significantly better. For most of my life, the canal out of Burnt Store Isles was about 16 feet wide. When I was a child, there was a lock there. They took the lock out in the 90s. They are currently widening it to 40 feet, which is a huge improvement for boaters. The change was originally to allow barge access, but it also means bigger boats can come and go much more easily. There are still maps out there I sometimes find that say that there's a lock there. Again, it was removed in the 90s, so I would expect for many years to come you see a narrow channel there, but they are currently widening it. It also makes it safer going in and out of that area. There's just more room for traffic to go in and out. From this point in the canal to open water, you're looking about 15-20 minutes through a minimum wake zone. Depending on your exact location in the neighborhood, you're going to add on to that. So 15 to 20 minutes from where the lock used to be, and then you add on where your home is. Maybe it's 10 minutes to that point, and then 15-20 minutes out to open water. All homes in Bernster Isles have sailboat water. There are no bridges. There are some narrower canals over by the perimeter, where the mangrove area, that only allow for smaller boats. If you need help with boating in Bernster Isles and what you can fit, give me a call. A common question I get lately is about flooding. While no area is completely immune, most of the homes here are newer and built up to at least 9 feet, often on stem walls. While you should always investigate flood risk for any specific property, I haven't heard of any homes in Bernster Isles, in Helene or Milton, that flooded. Maybe some water in a garage, but thus far I have not heard of anything flooded. And you should definitely check on that 9 feet as well. It's per house and when the house was built. Some are much higher than that. All of Bernster Isles is an AE flood zone, including the golf course homes, meaning a lender will require flood insurance. Cash buyers can choose whether or not to have flood insurance. Bernster Isles is mostly single-family homes. There are condos and villas. Currently in April of 2025, condos and villas range from $159,900 to $459,500. Single-family homes on the golf course start at $449,000. Waterfront homes start at $499,000 and go up to $2.2 million. There is something for everyone in this neighborhood. If you want more details, if you are looking in this area and you want more specifics on a specific property, I am happy to help. Please reach out. Thank you for watching.